We are here on my personal profile. We're inside of the Weaver Women in Business Amplified community. We are also on the Women in Business Amplified page and mytimetv.live, and we're broadcast through mytimetv.live out to over 50 channels of TV on demand. So if you're watching this on Apple or Roku or Panasonic or Sony, welcome. And you're probably watching the replay. So let us know if you're seeing us in any other places. Do let us know. Jump in and say hi. I see we've got a few people here. And the real purpose for this broadcast this morning is to introduce the amazing Sue Shaw. And I'm going to just start the video and bring her in. And let's go like this. And welcome, Sue.
Good morning.
By way of introduction, Sue is one of the most amazing healers and facilitators that I have known, and I know a lot. And Sue facilitates healing for other healers to heal and also to get their talents out there. She's the facilitator and owner of Enlighten Adelaide Festival, the Riverland Wellness Festival, as it's called, the Enlighten Tribe, and the Shara Sanctuary and Retreat. And most recently, which is what I wanted to talk to you about today, Sue, is the Wellness in the Workplace, which is a rather new initiative that you've got happening at the moment. So I just had to say, if you are here, do jump in and say hi. And we've got Malak here saying, how are we? I think we're fine. And do let us know where you're coming in from, because we do have like viewers from right around the world. But this, Sue, first, before we talk about wellness in the workplace, we caught up. We were absolutely blessed to catch up with you and the lovely Michelle in Byron Bay. Was it last week? It feels like a lot.
2 weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
So much has happened. And so you were doing some amazing things in that retreat. And what I'd like to do is just hear a little bit about what happened, if that's okay.
Of course. I know you've been hanging out for that. So Michelle and I decided at the beginning of the year to commit and invest in ourselves. And we booked a 6-day detox retreat at Byron Bay Detox Retreats, which is just on Tallows Beach, staying in the beautiful Tallows Cottages, which is a private gated community. So we had our own private cottage that we could go back to. There was a central Shala hut, they call it, a Shala hut, where we met on a morning. So we'd have yoga every single morning for an hour and a half. And then and it was at 8 o'clock, so it wasn't something ridiculous like 6 o'clock in the morning. We could actually have a decent night's sleep. We'd have yoga.
That's the thing.
Yeah. So we'd have yoga in the morning, and then straight after yoga, we'd go out to the dining area, to the outdoor dining area, and we'd get our green juice for the morning. So it was basically 5 days of fasting and just having cold pressed juices. No chewing, no food, alkaline water, and basically creating an alkaline environment for the body. And when you do that, our bodies are alkaline. So if you will not, there is no way whatsoever you can get any diseases or any disharmony in your body if you maintain it with full alkalinity. So the only exception to that is lemon. So I like my squeezed lemon, fresh lemon and ginger on a morning water. That gets the body started. So as soon as you ingest lemon, it actually changes to alkaline in the body. So I won't go into all of the details, but we with the retreat, so you get your green juice, and then you get another powder which is green, with loads of different things in it, which I don't even want to begin to explain. But it tasted okay.
Oh, good.
So after that, included in the package is 2 far infrared saunas and 2 colonics, and a naturopathy appointment as well. So you start off with the naturopathy appointment, and you do a health assessment and everything, and they find out what it is you want to work on. For me, it was detoxing any negative energy and old stuff from the past, letting go of attachments, and just completely clearing my whole body, mind and soul to reset, which was perfect because it was actually during the full moon, which was also about releasing and resetting. There were workshops every night, and one of the workshops on the night of the full moon was a mindfulness meditation. So it was perfect because we all called in the energy of the full moon, and the next day everybody had just completely shifted from a 5 out of 10 to a like 8 or 9 out of 10 the next day. So I found it a really easy thing to do with the detox. In fact, I didn't even miss eating. So you were given at breakfast, you were given 2 juices to have, one at lunchtime and one in the afternoon. And you had this little cooler bag, a freezer bag thing, cooler bag with all the other naturopathy drops. So there was a heavy metal cleanse, there was a parasite cleanse, there was psyllium powder, which we needed to have 3 times a day. And the psyllium powder, it tastes a bit like what I imagine chalk to taste like. I don't have chalks. And what that does is it actually clears the hard lining around the colon, so it just pulls away all the gunk that can get stuck there over years. What else? So, and then there were all these other additional things that you could do. So I had 5 colonics, and I was really surprised that there was still things in there. So also I've been bloated for quite a while too, and emotionally bloating relates to anger, withheld anger, and feeling disappointed and wishing things were different, which is kind of what I've been processing with my own personal life. And all of that's gone. I feel light and clear and amazing. And I had quite a few healing sessions whilst I was there. And I also experienced, this is the one I know you're interested in, the Wim Hof. The Wim Hof.
Yes. So just explain the Wim Hof method, please, because this one,
So Wim Hof is a German man who created a breathing technique. It's about breathing, it's about cold exposure, and it's about mindset. So it's about immersing yourself in a bath or a portable swimming pool thing full of ice, and immerse yourself for 2 minutes. And before you do the process, you actually do a breathing technique, and there's 3 different techniques of the breath, but it's really focusing on being able to breathe in after doing the exercises, and then holding the breath for a while, and then as you extend and breathe out, hold the breath up for a while there too. So we did that to build up the energy. And when you actually immerse yourself in the ice cold water, if you use the breath and just say to yourself, look, I'm safe, I'm supported, I've got the facilitator here, nothing's going to happen to me, I'm absolutely fine. If I want to get out, I can, but I know I'm okay. And it's only 2 minutes. I can do it. I can literally nearly hold my breath for 2 minutes, so I know I can do it. So when the first time you go in, if you hold your hands under your armpits, because your hands get really cold first. So if you actually cross over the chest and hold your hands under the armpit, and you can already feel that straight away, the heat from underneath there. And if you immerse yourself like that, it's much, much easier. After a minute and a half, I just opened my arms and rested them on my thighs, because your body just adjusts to it. So it makes all the blood rush to the body. It clears out all the lymphatic system. It just sends this rush of adrenaline to the whole body. And it's a little bit like a reset. It's like, unplugging your computer and resetting it. So it's a reboot of the body. And And they were talking about all the different ailments that people have had. And one of the ladies on the retreat had rheumatoid arthritis in the knees. And just with 2 minutes, just 2 minutes in the cold, it relieved the symptoms immediately. So,
Wow.
so yeah, it's fantastic. It improves circulation. You know, when I've been in the ocean this morning, because the other thing as well, I had a far infrared sauna this morning, so I was hot and I was sweating, and then I put my jacket on and my bathers and I went straight to the beach, did some deep breathing, then I went in. So I wouldn't recommend, well, not for me anyway, because I don't like the cold. That's why I live in Australia, not in the UK. I don't like the cold. So when Michelle said to me, oh, let's do the Wim Hof, I'm like, no way. And then...
Yeah, that was my reaction when I heard about it. I was like,
I see guys do it here at Brighton, and I walk down there and I've got my puffer jacket on and my hat and my gloves, and I'm like, you must be crazy. And then I'm, no, this is great. And now I know.
You're doing it. Well, yeah. Oh, I was so inspired by what you were doing, and I'm much the same. I don't think my next snow holiday will be in Bali. So so it's like I've been on one snow holiday and I've just gone. I really enjoy the warmer weather much more than the cool weather, and the idea of even getting into the water in the sea here in Queensland when it's cooled down from 22 degrees to 19 degrees.
Stop it.
But Adelaide water on the beaches there is cold in the middle of summer.
Yes.
So it's, it really is inspiring. And when you said that, you put this photo of you going in the into the water, I'm going, well, if Sue can do it in Adelaide, surely I can do it in Queensland.
If I can do it, anyone can do it. And that's why I do these things, because I want to inspire people, and I want to push the barriers. I want to push my limits. I want to try everything. My mental state now is I can do anything. Like I literally can do anything, and we all can. We have and that's only 5% of the brain capacity we're using. Use all of what we came here to be. Wow.
What was that quote? Was it Marianne Williamson who said that it's not that we are scared of failure or something, we're just scared that we're more powerful than what we ever imagined, and we don't know how to unleash that and work with that power. So but thanks for sharing that. So that's so inspiring, and the whole package of that, doing what I really love about you and what you're doing is that you are an exceptionally gifted healer, and you practice, you've been doing it for years, and you still that humility and that humbleness to be able to say, hey, I'm on that journey too. And it really is something that I can relate to, because it's like I just feel like that you go, wow, totally inspiring. And it's like Tony Robbins having a coach, it's like, well, I'm here and I'm getting other people to just keep me going in that direction. And I love that. I think that is amazing. So
beautiful. And it's just what you do too. So it's what you do, and I'm always learning, and there's always more, and there's always more, and and it's a choice, it's mind over matter. It's a choice. Every day I make a choice to either be angry and upset or to live in joy. And it's conscious rewiring and mind shift that I've been working on for 13 years. It's not happened overnight. However, the energy of the universe right now, what used to take 13 years now is taking 2 weeks. So when who's awakening,
it's like
this is a perfect time to get on board with it.
It's speeding up fast. Speeding up fast. That's a double positive note anyway. So, with what you're doing and the conversations that we've had, so you're heading in a different direction, or adding some more strings to your already amazing bow. So,
Yeah.
what have you got coming up? What's in the hopper that you can share with us?
Okay. Well, it's actually something that I've been kind of hoping and working on for the past 10 years anyway, or 12 years. When I started Enlighten Adelaide Festival, the idea of that was to raise the bar on spirituality and increase awareness of alternative therapies and modalities, because I'd experienced all these things that had helped me when I was going through a nervous breakdown, basically. And it was through that discovery that I'm doing what I'm doing now. And I just wanted people to know about these amazing practitioners, and they didn't know how. Anyway, so all of that. So I wanted to make it accessible. I wanted Enlighten Adelaide Festival to be accessible to everybody, but also to those people in the corporate workplace where I used to work, doing marketing and events and sponsorship, and just work. And I didn't know how to be with myself. Now it's like, oh, I need to find some time to work because I really love being by myself. So basically, Wellness in the Workplace is the first event, and then we've got another one in August, which is the corporate wellness conference. There it is. So this is a culmination of collective, collaborative, amazing practitioners who I've known over many years, who have participated in a number of things that I've done, a number of retreats that I've run. They've all got a corporate background. All of the keynote speakers have got a corporate background, and they're now living their life of choice from their heart, as a heart-centered business, and really aware of who they are and what they're here to do. So each speaker brings something really unique to the table, so that we've got this conference happening, and in the breaks, morning tea, afternoon tea, lunch, and then for the hour at the end of the conference, guests, visitors, attendees, whatever you want to call them, we'll be able to go to another venue in the building at the Aquatic Centre, and they'll be able to actually experience a mini well-being session, whether it's a massage or essential oils, or access consciousness, or a mindfulness session. So during the breaks, if they want to have a mini session with somebody, they can, and that's all included. It's all part of the package, just to help increase awareness. And they can also speak to the keynote speakers, because they'll all be having an exhibitor stand too. So it's just a small group of really professional quality practitioners during the breaks. So and then during the conference, it'll be how to pack yoga into your lunchbox. So how to actually make yoga as part of your daily routine with Dawn Marsh. Then I'll be doing, she's great. I'll be doing personality profiling using face and body reading. So not the Myers-Briggs, or the
fun when you were a guest speaker at one of our Women in Business Amplified events, and that was brilliant.
So it's really good to use in the workplace, because when somebody says, "Oh yeah, I'm feeling okay," you just look at their face and their body and the body language to actually know that's not how they're really feeling. How can we connect with them, and how can we bring some more empathy and compassion and understanding, and create an organization or a culture that is coming from the place of teamwork, collaboration. Really want people in this one-day conference. We want people, particularly business owners, managers, to shift everything in their organization so that people actually want to be at work. I mean, how amazing would it be if you really want to, and everywhere I've worked, I've loved it. I've loved where I work. I mean, I do bring in that energy with me, but there's other things that we can do to assist us in the work. Each keynote speaker will be bringing some specific things about effectively managing stress and anxiety in the workplace, and that reflects back down to the home as well. So it's a holistic, all-inclusive thing, and it's like we're bringing what we do to the corporate rather than waiting for the corporate to come to the festival. It's just it hasn't happened. So it's like, okay, how can we get to as many people as possible to enable a shift, to empower, to inspire? And if everyone's got the tools on how to do that, then they can take their own personal responsibility to maintain in their lives on a daily basis and have a healthy life balance.
Yes, I think that's brilliant. And I'm just thinking back to when I was in corporate government and what we're doing leadership, women in leadership training, and there was things talked about. Meditation and yoga were two things that were just starting to be accepted in the workplace, in government, and the rest of it, it was black or white or bullshit pretty much. But I'm really, really pleased. And I would imagine there's some parallels between corporate government and corporate, or the private sector, in terms of the shifts in the mindset to be able to accommodate the well-being of the employees and the people in their workforce so that they can get the best out of them. And I think that there's so many benefits, like you said. There's that feeling of loyalty. You would increase loyalty to your employer. You would be bringing your best self to the job. You'd be loving your work. You'd be more productive. Even the mindfulness and the things about learning how to interact with people, and those old phrases like it's a dog eat dog, well, they fall away. They're not relevant anymore. And it's oh my God, so I'm getting goosebumps because
so good. And they'll get a goodie bag with lots of freebies in there as well. They'll get a delegate kit that's got all of the guest speakers' information in there, the exhibitors' information in there. So if they're not quite ready on the day to do anything, they've got all that information, the profiles of each person. They can get in touch with them. They can go to my website, which has got a global wellness directory that I'm building at the moment. So, it's all becoming accessible now. And it's quality, professional practitioners. Like before, I couldn't find the people that I was looking. I didn't know where to look. Yes. So it's really important because we're dealing with people's psyche. We're dealing with somebody's heart. You have to know what you're doing. You have to. There's a duty of care. So it's really, really important to pick somebody who is authentic and credible and professional, because you're basically putting your health in their hands when you go and see them. So that's why I've selected the particular keynote speakers, and I've selected everyone really carefully. That just bring such big heart energy, but also amazing skills. Amazing.
Well, you have a stellar lineup there, an absolutely stellar lineup, and I would be there with bells on. But it's my daughter's 40th birthday, and I'm over in Perth for a couple of weeks. And all things being equal, fingers crossed, because we do have no control over what some of the government decisions are, but we will work with them as best we can. So,
okay. So, but maybe you can come for the corporate wellness conference, which is going to be on Friday, the 20th of August at the Adelaide Convention Centre. So maybe you can come over for that one.
I will totally put it in my diary. So, it'll be time for a trip back to Adelaide too. So, So, Sue, I've popped the event links into the Women in Business Amplified page and also mytimetv.live. And if you're looking at this, it's as a recording or as a version of, you will find the link somewhere around. Just have a look for the links to the event, and do reach out to Sue for if you have any questions at all. Sue is and her amazing team of healers. I'd be more than happy to help you and answer any questions. So really loving what you're doing. So is there any final things that you'd like to share, or a final
well, two really important things. First of all, the SA Aquatic Centre and SA Aquatic and Leisure Centre have come on board as a major sponsor, so really grateful to them. Also, Bridget Hogg from Development at Work Australia, she's come on board as a sponsor. She's one of our keynote speakers, and she was one that when I was just talking to her about it, and she said, I want to sponsor it, I want to be part of it. And she just loved the whole concept. So I'll just say thank you to her. And last but not least is part proceeds of this event and the one in August are going to benefit Talk Out Loud Australia, which is they do youth suicide prevention programs. I've been involved with their youth camps and done meditation for their teenagers, and done intuitive readings for them and lots of different things. They're a not-for-profit organisation. They don't get any government support or funding, which is, I'll leave that alone. They really need support. They really need support. So this is my charity of choice, and they just do amazing things to help prevent youth suicide. So so the more people that book, the more money we can give to them. And it's $99 for a ticket. That's it. $99.
Oh my God, for a full day. That is amazing. It really is amazing. And the Talk Out Loud are a organisation that's close to my heart as well. And in fact, I've interviewed them on location on mytimetv.live probably about 2 or 3 years ago now. And they're amazing what they do, and some of the stories that the young people were chose to share were heartwarming and heartbreaking. And unfortunately, I do know too many parents who have lost children, and I just think you're amazing for what you're doing, and it's an amazing charity. So Talk Out Loud Australia are benefiting from this Wellness in the Workplace event. That's a really, really good thing you're doing. So
and if you're an Aquatic Centre member, it's only $80. So it's a discount for members of the Aquatic Centre to support them, because that's what it's about. You know, we just collaborate, support, and help each other. So it's a great course that includes your morning and afternoon tea. It includes your exhibitor bag. It includes your delegate kit. It includes your wellbeing experience, and lunch. And to go to.
Oh my God, that's amazing! Really amazing. I think if this gets out, you're going to have to turn people away. You know that, because if I were an employer and I was even in Melbourne or Sydney, or maybe not Melbourne this week. Let's rewind. And somewhere where you can leave the state or leave your home. It'd be an event that you could take your employees to from interstate. It would be such a great value. So physically held in Adelaide, but if you're not in Adelaide and you're watching this, do get onto it fast, because I would imagine that these tickets would sell very, very fast. Very fast. So thank you so much, Sue. Oh, we didn't talk about your infrared sauna. Can we have 5 more minutes? I'm asking you, and I've got the control.
All right. So the far infrared sauna is, I basically just bought that online from Luxo Living. It has a colour therapy light in there as well. It has a light inside and a light outside. and it also has a radio in there and a USB stick in there, so you can listen to whatever you want. I go in there for half an hour every morning. It is the equivalent of the sunshine and the vitamin D that you get from the sunshine, but without the harmful rays of the sun. And it heats the body from the inside out, so it actually heats your organs. It sends energy to all the cells, and it detoxes on a deep cellular level. So it is really, really beautiful and powerful, and a very enjoyable heat. You don't even realize that you're sweating. It's not a dry heat like the dry saunas with which you put water on. It's not that.
Oh, I find I can't breathe in the dry saunas.
Yeah. So I call it my TARDIS. So I go in my TARDIS and put my music on and just, and sometimes I have a little boogie in there because it's a 2-person one. So there's a little bit of room to just move. It's the best investment.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic. So I will be actually having that available for clients to have a far infrared sauna as well. And I will be updating my website soon with some new packages where you can have a 2-hour special and a 4-hour special here at Shara Sanctuary.
Well, my mind is racing, and I'm going, there's some amazing healers on Coochie-Mudlo Island, including the founder of the Manaatua Spiritual Centre, and there's 7 of the spiritual centres now up and down the east coast of Queensland. And but it all seems to be centred around Coochie-Mudlo Island, where I live, and I'm thinking, ooh, I wonder what we can do.
Definitely get one on the island for sure. Oh, and with my sauna as well, once it's cooled down, there's a little button that you press and you close the door, and it oxygenizes and cleanses the whole system. So I do that every sauna. So you're not going to, and it does it automatically anyway. But because it's a different heat. So ambulance.
Yeah. So the whole space has been cleared for your next visit or your next client's visit, or That's just beautiful. I have been looking at them online. I'm wondering. I've done the measurements, and I'm wondering where I could put one on my pocket.
It does take a bit of power, though.
Well, we're actually getting solar panels. There's probably, you can hear some drilling in the background. There's all sorts of stuff happening, but there is enough. There'll be enough panels here with the right inverters to power a small city, I believe. Once we finish. But I'm thinking, maybe a pontoon out the back. Watch this space.
That's it. Awesome.
Anything can happen. All right. Thank you, Sue. Appreciate you. Appreciate your service to community and to helping us create a better world, because your contribution is amazing. And I wish you all the very best for wellness in the workplace. And I'll definitely put the 20th of August in my calendar.
So thank you. Thank you, beautiful. Have a good one.
You too. Bye. Take care.